University wholeheartedly welcome today's speaker, Mr. Ankush Dahat sir. He is working as an assistant professor in School of Engineering and Technology, Pimpri Chinchwad University. He is having an experience of 13 years and his area of expertise are artificial intelligence and virtual cryptography. Now I would like to hand over the stage to Ankush sir.
Thank you, madam, for inviting. So,
Thank you.
basically, today's session is on the future aspects of software engine, software testing. Okay, so I'll share with my PPT so you can get a better glimpse. So, these are my contents which are going to be shared with you. So, basically, most of time we may think that why this testing or software testing is needed. So, whenever this happens in our mind, so basic agenda or basic idea click in our mind is that if this happens, if there is any loss, if any bad happens, if there is a loss, then we need to think on it. For best example, if our bike gets or car gets puncture or get stuck in where we cannot restart it, then we get to know it that servicing must be done on the time or we must take care properly. So these scenarios happen with the software also. So to understand this scenario, we will get to have some case study. With the seeing of the logo, you can get understand Mercedes Benz, one of the renowned brand in the four wheeler, where this Mercedes Benz get a software issue in their Bluetooth and sensor devices. So to get rid of that software issue, Mercedes have to get back their 1.30 million cars to their houses so that that issue can be resolved. So this is the one of the case study happens. Okay. After that, Starbucks. Everyone knows and you have visited a lot of times. But one of the consumer find out the error in the Starbucks billing software. So the Starbucks, that scenario happens very badly that for the 22 days, Starbucks have to shut down their 60 outlet just because of that complaint in the billing issue. Okay, that is the one of the case study. This Amazon we everyone know. So in Amazon, there is a one paisa glitch is the famous issue happen. You can search it on the Google that everyone can get any products with one paisa. So this happens because of the software glitch in the Amazon. So from this scenario, we get to know that how much severe if the software is not tested properly. Okay, so there are different studies also. NSH England is the authority, just like our Arogya Setu in India. They have to give the exact numbers and all the details regarding the COVID-19 patient and the all the situations in the England. But they have this software glitch in their software, and just because of that, they're unable to give exact conditions which is happened in that situation, and for that, their software get failed, and that's why no one can rely on it. Okay. After that, Reebok, we everyone knows and we trusted on this brand because for the brand, just like a college, money is not the matter. Our image is important. And for keeping that image at the highest level, we get to tested each and every day. So Reebok is also a company where they're they in the scenario of this software glitch, does Reebok, if you are buying Reebok shoes, you have to just pay the delivery price, not the product price. And it happens due to the software glitch. And for that reason, when Reebok come to know about this issue, they personally contact with all the consumers. They refunded their delivery amount and get back their products. You can think if this scenario happens with our software, what will be the losses are there? So these are some needs or the scenarios where lots of situation or impractical situation which is not being taught by the organization or the institute, where there are lots of money losses are there, image losses also there. So in 1985, Canada cardiac radiation therapy malfunction due to the software bug, and for that issue in the software, because of that, 3 people injured and 3 people died. In 1994, China airline Airbus A300 crashed due to the software bug, killing the 264 people. Can you imagine? Just because of this software is not tested properly. In 1996, a software bug caused in the US bank accounts where 823 consumers in their customers' account, 920 million US dollars were credited. We will be much more happy, but this is some of another person's money which has been credited just because of the software glitch or software is not been properly tested. In 1999, a software bug caused the failure of $1.2 billion during the military satellite launch. In 2015, a software bug in the fighter plane F-35 resulted in making it unable to detect a target properly. In financial market also, in London, 3 lakh traders are affected just because of this software glitch and trade is not being happen. And already the different scenarios already being told by me or the case studies which is being presented to you. So by understanding this scenarios and the severity, this emerging field comes into the picture and today and henceforth software testing is much more needed. Before knowing what is software testing and what is the exact definition, we all do the testing every single day. Before come to college or institute or before going to some of the functions, we test ourselves. Am I looking good? Am I dressed? Am I properly dressed up? Everything. Each and every day we test. And for that scenarios, for that reasons in the software also, this crucial thing come into the picture, software testing, where it is a process of executing a program with the intention of finding the error. Purely their intention is to find the error. Okay, so testing can show the presence of bugs with never their absence. So exact technical definition we can relate with it. It is a process of validating the analyzing a software program functionality and determining if the generated software meets the defined requirements of the expected outcomes. And it will detect and correct the faults, problems, and mistakes resulting in the error-free software. So there are importance of software testing in terms of whenever there are the defect, if the software is properly checked, it will identify it early before the delivery to the consumer or the organization. It is being already checked by the institutions or the organizations, and it will just because of software testing, it will improve the quality of the software. We everyone wants the quality, and quality needs price. And software testing do the scenario or do the work for having you the quality products in every field. Okay, so it will increase just because of software testing, it will increase the customer satisfaction ratio. Customers rely on the brands more because of this. Only the brands tested their products rigorously, not for one time, two times. Rigorously, the testing is being done, and it will help with the scalability because if the um, what should I say? If there are non-functional types of testing are there, which will helps to scalable the products. And just because of in non-functional testing also, it will help a product to become the brand or to be the brand or to find that all the scenarios completed with it. And it will save our time and money. Primarily, everyone thinks that in terms of a car, we can say if a car is being properly checked and regularly interval of time we make the servicing, our life of our life also, our time also, and the quality time of that vehicle also is improved. And those who are car lover or product lover, they everyone knows properly that maintenance is important. And हर चमकती चीज को मेंटेनेंस चाहिए. So this is important. There are types of software testing. Basically, two types of manual and automation. And in manual, there are white box, black box, and gray box. In black box, there is functional and non-functional testing. And in functional, unit testing, integration testing, and system testing comes. And in non-functional testing, where it comes it, performance testing, usability testing, and compatibility testing. In integration testing, there is the incremental and non-incremental testing. And in incremental, there is the approach which is being used to check it, that is top down and bottom up. And in performance testing, there are different types of performance testing: load testing, stress testing, scalability, stability, and lot of that. So in the classification of software testing, functional testing is the testing which validates the software system against the functional requirement, functionality of the software. And it will perform to check whether the application is working as per the norms or not. Different types of functional testing, as we see in the diagram: unit testing, integration, system, and smoke testing also. In non-functional testing, where we focus on the different part, non-functional part of the software, like performance, scalability, portability, stress, and etc. So for checking this, we need performance testing, stress testing, usability testing, and so on. In maintenance testing, it is a process of changing, modifying, and updating the software to keep up the customer's need, which actually in the every organization, this maintenance testing is going on. After delivering the product, maintenance is continuous process. Okay, it involves the regression testing, and it will verify recent changes in the code if you are talking about this software, and it will not adversely affect with the previous code. So this is happening in the maintenance testing. After that, there are two ways of software testing: manual and automation. We already see, but in manual testing, everything is manual. The person who is going to do this work, that is the tester, it is uses the test plan, test cases, and test scenarios, and to test the software to ensure the completeness of the testing. And this is all the manual work. With the help of Excel, you can do it, but it is all the manual work. And manual testing includes the exploratory testing, where tester explore the product and get to identify the errors in it. After that, there is the automation testing, where when the tester write scripts in automation, much more things are being deputed to the softwares, where the scripts are run and user observes it, where it uses the software to test the product, and it will involve automation process for the manual testing. And this is currently booming. Every industry nowadays, just because of the blooming of the AI, they are shifting everything on the automation. And that's why in recent company point of view, automation testing is much more important. Okay. So there are basic types of software testing: black box, white box, and gray box. In black box, just we have to give the input and take the output. We do not we do not bother about the process. In white box, the tester is aware of the internal working of the product. It has to access its source code and conducting by making sure all the internal operations are performed according to the specification. And in gray box, testing in which the tester should have the knowledge of implementation also, and they don't need not to be an expert in it, but still they can do the testing. So there are different levels of testing: unit testing, integration, system. So unit testing is the level of software testing where an individual unit or component of the software or system is being tested. The purpose is to only validate that each unit or software performs the design work. And in the primarily phases, or usually it is done by the developer side. In integration testing, it is the level of software testing where individual units are being combined and tested as a group. So purpose is just to explore the if there are any faults after the merging of different units. In system testing, we test whole system to evaluate the system compliance with the specific user's requirement. In acceptance testing, it is to test to evaluate the system compliance with the business requirement of that software and to assess whether it is acceptable for the delivery at the user side or consumer side or not. So these are the different levels. In There are best practices in the software testing, which is being already continuously going on. That continuous testing is being made. Once the product is being delivered, the next lot is already in the process of testing to make it better and better. One thing I want to mention here, whenever there is a work in the software field or in the testing field, basically no software can be made error free or bug free. That's why to make it tend to error free or tend to bug free, we have to make this software testing rigorously. And one more phenomena is there: when we remove one error by the user side or by the tester side, some sort of error also being added. And that's why to remove that added error, continuous software testing is being done. And it's a um, scenario where every products have some sort of errors or some sort of bug or issues in it. To resolve or to make it error free, this process is being continuously done. And in testing, in some sort of testing, beta testing or alpha testing, users also involved. Means those who are testing or those who are developing or the end users or the customers also involved to make it a proper product for the consumers. And to make it better, it will divide the test into a smaller parts. So when we divide the testing into a smaller part, exact scenario or exact result will be given to us. For that, that when we integrate or when we test as a system, less error will be there at the smaller or unit level. So the metrics are being followed and continuous reporting of that testing is being done. And one of the best practice is the regression testing. This testing never ends. So every time in the every organization, testing is being done rigorously and continuously to make the product bug free. So these are the some of the best practices. What are the benefits of software testing? Okay, so because of testing the software rigorously and correctly, we get the quality of the product, and it will ensure that the high quality products as the error are being discovered and it will fix early in the development cycle. Everyone knows the software development life cycle where testing comes. So customer satisfaction is the one of the main benefit. So software testing aims to detect the error or the vulnerabilities happen in the software, and it will make sure that the customer will get satisfied for which they are buying these products. So usability testing is the type of software testing that checks the application on how easily or usable for the user. Example is our mobile phone. Whether the booklets are available or not, everyone is user friendly with that, and you can easily use it. Okay, so cost effective is also a benefit because testing any project on time, it will help to save the money and the time in the long term. And if the bugs are caught in the early phase of the software testing, the cost is very much less. This point will be much more properly explained if you are dealing with any of the house construction. If there are any uh, bugs or any changes you are telling after building the house or the buildings, it is difficult and it is much more costly rather than it is recommended earlier when the building phase is going on. Same. Security also one of the benefit. That security testing is the type of software testing which focus on the testing the applications for the security vulnerabilities from the internal as well as external source. So these are the benefits. And in software testing, this main difference or main scenario is there: verification and validation. Okay, so in shortly, verification is the term where are we building the product right, and there is different terms, that is validation. Are we building the right product? So only one sentence, the words are being exchanged, but difference is lot more. So verification and validation, these are the scenarios which is very much rigorously followed and observed in terms of consumers requirement and in terms of consumer satisfaction. So the role of the software testing, this testing field is continuously evolving in every aspects. So many degree kinds and specialities some of the time needed, and from being a repetitive test case executioner, numerous job choices having emerged in the testing industry. And currently, automation testers are much more compatible as compared to developers. To thrive the software testing sector, particularly technical and non-technical abilities needed. One need to functionally understanding the testing ideas. Also, tester need the minimum degree of knowledge, that is the computer science. So there are different types of certifications if we do in the software testing field. The salary packages is being hired. So there are different types of certifications are there. Mostly people know about the ISTQB certification, but we can see certified associate in software testing, certified software quality analyst certification, ISTQB certification, which is international certification, certified quality engineers, certified manager of software testing, certified software tester, and CTFL, ISTQB foundation level. Yes, the web link is provided. If you want to give focus on detail aspects, you can see. So this is the career path of the software testing field. So you can see as an associate, we can emerge and we can come up to the director level. We can see one by one. So associate, exploratory tester or software development engineer in test is an entry level position where most people hired for this position with the zero experiences in the testing, and they are taken for the few certification courses. As an associate, you can work under the guidance of the experienced people or senior tester and enable the team to resolve the issue by executing test cases, defect tracking, and test documentation. So basic skills are needed to understand the software testing concept properly, testing techniques and tools, and proficiency in test case execution and defect tracking, and good analytical problem solving and communication skill. In short, we can say uh, we have to find every negative thing in the software. Okay, so why it is needed in this field, you can get to know in the end of these sessions. Okay, so there is senior position also there, exploratory tester, where this position much more a leadership position. The extensive industry experience of the senior helps team to make significant impact on the product's quality as they have the experience in this field. In addition, executing test cases and a lot more. Okay, so after that, test lead. So every tester's dream is to become a test lead early as much as possible, because it is the one of the role in the testing that comes with the management capabilities. They have to handle the team and they have to guide the team. As the quality testing is directly related to the quality team, you are responsible for managing, building the effective team as well as the product. The role includes the overseeing the test activities, coordinated with the stakeholders, and ensuring the team productivity and the quality deliverables. So skills are needed. Proficiency in leading and managing the team. This is the one of the quality which is being developed during this phase. That's why the test leads come into the picture and they will handle it. So excellent project management skills also there. They are needed. Knowledge of software testing methodology and processes in the depth. So strong communication with the stakeholders also, with the team also, and interpersonal and collaboration skills needed, and in ability to identify and resolve the testing challenges. After that, test manager. It is the effective testing process and the success of the project and depends on the test manager. It oversees the overall testing activities within the project organizations, and they will also in the position of creating testing strategies, resource management, stakeholders communication, and risk management, and ensuring the top-notch quality products being delivered by the organization. So strong leadership quality, apart from other qualities, are needed. After that, delivery managers is the one of the leading roles in testing industry. They ensure that the team delivery of the products on time, within budget, and with the highest quality as possible from their side. So you oversee the end-to-end testing process, manage resources, and collaborate with the stakeholders and end users to plan and configure the systems, finding the solution that meets their goals, and overall, it will ensure a seamless and successful delivery of the product. Okay. After that, principal engineer in the testing software and development engineer is the position where you contribute in the development and the implementation of the testing strategy. You guide your team and ensure the high quality deliverables from your team. Your main focus as a principal test engineer is to be on the innovation side, driving process improvement and staying up to date with the emerging trends in the software testing. So, extensive experience and expertise in the software testing skills are needed in for that position. Proficiency in designing and implementing the implementation of testing strategy is needed, and strong analytical and problem solving skills also needed, because with this position you have to manage different types of teams also. So after that, the senior principal test engineers are also there. So they lead testing large scale projects, guide their junior testers, and provide the technical leadership in test the best practices to help their team to achieve their ultimate goal of testing. So they have to knowledge of the strong industry standards, trends, tools, and emerging technology also, which is being happen during this scenario. So after that, solution architect. It is not a very common role in testing. Only the organization that focus greatly on the importance of automation and technologies have this role. That's why we rarely see this position. So they have to go to the experts for resolving complex testing problems. Your technical expertise is invaluable in identifying these effective technologies and tools to enable the team to execute testing effectively. So for this position, highly experienced in software testing and architecture design person is needed. And proficiency in designing the scalable testing frameworks is needed. So on the screen, you can see the average salary of the software tester in India. So this is the average salary currently. Okay. And if you have the certification with you, this amount can be multiplied or the double. Okay. So you will get to know, which is being already discussed with you. Said these are on the screen, you can see these are the persons who get enough amount of money for finding the one bug into the systems. On the left hand side, you can see the Aditya who got 22 lakh for finding only one bugs on the system. In the same way, Aditi also awarded 22 lakh for finding the security hole in Microsoft Azure. When we say we are using the software, as I have already told you, no software is being perfect. Some sort of error or some sort of issues are there in any terms, in security issues or networking or connection, any. So if you are a type of software tester which can think out of the box and check out of the box, this type of rewards can be earned. And for a students also, this is much more needed. For Facebook also, you got 5.5 lakh as a reward for finding the remote code execution bug in the social media platform. So these are the some examples which can make you motivated to work in this field. Okay. And this slide is much more important with collaboration with the current trends. When software testing nowadays, which is being combined with the artificial intelligence, so this is the growth is being told by the expert. Up to 225, you can see the chart. It is in the US dollar. And this is the potential in the software testing field with the help of artificial intelligence. So for our students and for the upcoming batches, this is much more trending or much more effective also to work and to have the much more salary packages. So to get this, we need to focus on the technologies which is being, you can see on the Selenium. It is an open source tool and the libraries that is being used for the browser automation. It is allow user to test their website's functionality on different browsers. It will perform cross browser testing also to check the website function consistently across the different browsers. So Selenium is very extensible and can be integrated with the another tools and frameworks like TestNG, JUnit, Cucumber, etc. After that, Apache POI is the open source Java library to execute, manipulate the various file formats based on the Microsoft Office. Using this POI, one should be able to perform, create, modify, and display, read the operations with the different formats. After that, XPath. I'm telling you this because when we get into this field, these are the technologies we needed to get hands-on and be expert so that we can be irreplaceable in our company. So XPath is the major element in the XLS standard, and it is being used to navigate through elements and attributes in the XML document. JMeter, Apache JMeter is also open source, purely Java-based software. The software is used to perform this performance testing, functional testing, and load testing of the web applications. It is used to test load testing functional behavior and measuring performance. So, page object model, also known as POM, is a design platform in the Selenium that creates an object repository for storing all the web elements. It helps to reduce code duplication and to improve test case maintenance. In page object model, consider each web page of the application as a class file, and it will help. It will contain the only corresponding web page element. Using this element, testers can perform operations on the website under test. Kafka is the event streaming platform. It is scalable, reliable, and secured way to create asynchronous or event-driven APIs. When the client application sends a request to the RESTful, GraphQL, SOAP, or other synchronous APIs, it will wait for the response. So it is the open, it is the software. TestNG, it is a very important framework when you are actually developing a framework from the scratch level. It will provide the full control on the test cases and execution the test cases. And due to this reason, it is also known as the testing framework. RESTful API testing is the most popular web app API because it offers faster communication between the RESTful web page apps. It because 80% of the public web APIs are built on the RESTful. Okay. After that, Cucumber is the open source software testing the tool written in Ruby. Cucumber enables you to write test cases that enables for anyone can easily understand regardless of their technical knowledge. Postman is one of the most important and popular software testing tool which is used for API testing. With the help of this tool, developer can easily create, test, share, and document APIs. So these are the brands which are the mass recruiters in this field. You can see different types of uh, logos where I've already told you the average salary. Okay, so this is from my side. Thank you.
Any query to any participant? Yes, if any participant wants to ask anything, please type your query in the chat box. Ankush sir, there is one query in chat box. Can you please clarify that?
Yes, ma'am. So bug and defect. Basic difference between defect and bug. So bug is the error detected in the development environments during the testing stage. And the defect is the mismatch between the expected and the actual result of the software development detected by the software developer or the end customer in the production environment. Okay, I hope I told you the answer.
Any other query to any participant? Okay, thank you so much, sir, for conducting such a knowledgeable session for all of us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.